Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Andrea and this is Beauty with Andy. Thank you for joining me, it really does mean a lot. So it's day 3 look 3. I thought it was day 4 look 4, but I checked through my videos that I've actually done this week and I'm a little bit behind just because I've not been feeling too great. So yesterday's video I put on the actual thumbnail and it was day 3 look 3, so just ignore that. But yeah, we are on day 3 look 3. So we're using this one again. I used it briefly on day 1, I think. So this is the BH Cosmetics Desert Oasis, and the reason I want to use this is because it's got a couple of duochromes in it. It's got Prickly Pear and it's also got Cactus. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but I have done a couple of swatches a little bit earlier, so we'll just do them again. So that's Prickly Pear, that's Cactus. So Cactus was there, Prickly Pear was there. So that one's like a blue-brown shift. I mean, this one is supposed to be a duochrome, but I can't see any other shift underneath it. So we're going to be using Prickly Pear. And I'm going to be using the highlighters in the palette as well. So I feel like we'll put the highlighter on now. So what I tend to do with highlighter, which you all know, is I put on some setting spray just so that the highlighter has something to adhere to. Let's just put my hair back a little bit. Okay, so we're nearly out of this. I'd say there was about that much left. I really don't know what I'm going to do once I've used that. But I do have my Too Faced sample. I always forget the name of it. This one, Hangover RX, so I'll probably use that next. Okay, so for highlighter I used this brush. I think it was a BH Cosmetics one. Which highlighter shall I use? I think Serenity is the lightest one. Probably use that for inner corner highlight as well. These highlighters in this palette, I don't know if anyone else has found it in their palette, but they are quite powdery, a little bit chunkier than I would like. I really like a smooth highlighter, but the main thing is that it looks nice on the face. Okay, so we're done with the highlighter. So now I just need to put my colour switch up off the floor. Okay then, so we're going to go in with this Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. I always use this. And then we're going to go in with Sand, which is that one there. So reflective, this packaging, you probably can't see it. Let's zoom in. And we're just going to blend out the white base I've got on by NYX. I think it's just called White. I used to use the NYX Milk Jumbo Eye Pencil all the time. I love that. I had it and I've lost it. I don't know where it is. I had like half a pencil left. Okay, so we're done there. That's great. Just a simple creamy eyeshadow base. Then I'm going to go in with this Real Techniques, I don't know what these are called, but the actual number on the brush is 305. So I'm going to go in with the lighter shade here. I've used this already in that first video I was talking about earlier. It's called Canyon. The crease shades in this palette are quite deep. Obviously because it's called Desert, I would have preferred at least one of these crease shades to be a little bit lighter. So I'm just going in ever so lightly because I don't want it to be, really, really dark. which is looking quite dark anyway. So, my Australia friends who watches Married at First Sight Australia, I would love to know your thoughts on that programme. I'm absolutely obsessed with it, guys. They did Married at First Sight in the UK. Don't like that as much, and they did the USA version as well, and I didn't even watch that one. But the Australia version I absolutely adore. Right, and then I think we're going to go in with, I wouldn't mind going in with that. It's like an orange toned brown. So that one's called Sandstone. Just in the outer V here. I mean, I don't really go in for that many reality TV shows, but I just find it really interesting how 1 minute you're strangers with someone and the next you're staring at them down the aisle, and I'm like thinking that's freaking taking a leap of faith, isn't it? These experts are supposed to have matched them up perfectly, these scientists, on like personality and everything like that. My mum said to me once, why don't you go on that show? And I'm like, I don't think I could, Mum. I don't think I could be that brave. She's after me going on first dates as well. And it's the same with that show. First dates, I kind of think that's a little bit desperate, but then I think to myself, well, you're on dating apps and people could see you on that particular dating app, so isn't that just the same? Let me know what your thoughts down below on what you think. But yeah, dating at the minute for me is a non-starter, just because obviously the situation. COVID has taken that away from us, and we're in the 3rd lockdown now in the UK. I've not actually, even before the situation that we're in now, I didn't have a lot of dates. I've been separated now from my ex-husband for, this will be the 7th year. I think in June we separated, and then around November time the divorce came in, so it all happened pretty quickly. And I can honestly say I've counted the amount of dates I've gone on one hand. It's about 5 or 6 at the most. But yeah, I mean, now I'm like, do I really want to be going on a date with this person? I only really want to get dressed up to go out if I think that we've got a connection. If I don't, I'm just not going to bother. I'd rather be single. I'd rather take a bottle of wine to my mum's and have a drink there, and not have to worry about dating. Sometimes I compare dating to actually a job interview, because they want to know all about you in the space of that first date. So yeah, that kind of sucks. Dating's not like it was when I met my ex. It's not the same, and obviously on dating apps these days, they're just after that one thing. They're just after looking for fun or hooking up, and I'm not about that. So again, I would rather stay single. I didn't even intend to talk about this. I said to a friend a while back I might do some like dating horror stories, because although I've only been on 5 dates, they've been pretty bad, some of them. Some of them haven't been too bad, but I would say at least half of them have been a little bit bad. And she was like, yeah, I'd love to hear them. So yeah, I might do that one day. I don't know. I might do. Right, just hang on a Right, so I've kind of gone overboard on this eye like I always do. I'm just taking some of it off. Okay, so I managed to find my I managed to find my little accent brush finally, so we'll use that for the prickly pear shade. No, it was the cactus shade I wanted to use, this one here. It's like a green brown. I look at this palette sometimes and I just feel, I don't know, I mean it's a nice enough palette and everything, and you know, you get some really nice shades in it, but I just think, do I really need it? That's quite nice. We'll spritz it in a second. It's definitely looking more metallic. Yeah, it's definitely looking more metallic. It's quite pretty. So now then, we're going to go in. I'm not going to go in with this Serenity shade that I used for my highlighter. I'm going to go in with Mineral. Or shall I go in with Quartz? No, actually, I'm going to go in with Moonscape. How many times can a girl change your mind? No, it's a woman's prerogative and all that. I've done looks with this palette before, I just need to find them and I'll attach them just here to the info. So if you are thinking about getting it, then you can go and check it out. I do think it's great value for money because you are getting 5 big highlighters. You're getting shades that could pass for highlighters anyway. So you're getting Moonscape, Quartz, Terrain and Mineral, and then you're getting 2 big like crease eye shades and this Sandstone one here to deepen it out, and also Nightscape, and then you're getting like 5 eyeshadows. So you get Prickly Pear, Cactus, which is duochrome, I don't think Prickly Pear is, then you're getting this lovely turquoise shade, and then this Hot Spring Blue. It is so stunning, and then this Heat Haze down here. The other eyeshadows in the palette I think are more inner corner highlights, but I haven't tried them all over the lid, which I'm still going to try at some point. Right, so for the lash line I think we're just going to go in with Sandstone. Getting quite a bit of fallout. And this shade, this Cactus shade, I don't actually need it in my collection. I've got so many shades just like that. It reminds me of the shade from the Shan XL palette. I'm going to see if they're similar at the end of the video. It's not supposed to be a comparison video, but because it's BH Cosmetics, I do want to check. Because sometimes they repeat things, don't they, brands? Just want to see if BH Cosmetics have. Okay. Right, I need to blend it out. Not with that brush. Actually, I'll run it. The brush that I've used for highlighter, I'm going to run through the colour switch and just lightly blend out a little bit. Then we're going to tie line with the Too Faced Love eyeliner. That'll be my mum ringing me, because I've just spoken to my sister, so it's probably not going to be her. She'll be like, where are you? What are you doing? And then I'm going to use the Essence I Heart Extreme Crazy Volume Mascara. Then we'll get a lipstick. Instead of it looking a blue brown now, this Cactus shade is looking more of a green brown, which is nice. And I don't think it is the same as the Shaaanxo one. I'm just going to see who that was that called me, because it really could be important, and I'll come back in a sec. What we're putting on the lips is the Too Faced Melted Matte in the shade Child Star. Now, it's not my favourite one out of the Too Faced Melted Matte formula that I've got, just because it's pale. You can see just how pale it is. So yeah, we're gonna be trying it on. So let me zoom out, take the lip oil off. Let me get my smaller mirror, because palettes in your face can be annoying. So yeah, I do want to use this one up, but I wouldn't repurchase it. Right, so that's what it looks like. The last time I used this, I think it was in day one, look one. Pretty random, I pulled out 5 lipsticks for the week, like they do every week when we do Shop My Stash. I actually put the Deck of Scarlet Love Spell gloss over it, and I think it looked so much better, but I'm really trying to get on board with this lipstick, so I'm just going to leave it like this. What I want to do is I want to get the Shaaanxo palettes. I've got 2 of them. I've got the old formula and the new formula. I've said in so many videos I actually prefer the older formula. And we're going to be seeing if we can find a shade like that, if there is a shade like that in that palette. There's a blue brown shade in the palette, which I absolutely love. So I'm just going to be testing both of them that I've got in those palettes. Okay, so I'm gonna wipe this one off here. Looks like it's staining my hand. I need to wipe every last bit of it off. Yeah, I think it's all gone now. Right, so I don't know, I'll test the older formula first. So the older one just looks like that. So it's got the original eyeshadows in. I'm thinking it's this shade here, but I think that might be too dark now. So these are the eyeshadows out of the older formula, and then you got the lip creams, which I've not used. They're just too old. And then this is the newer one that they collab together. So you get, these are the newer eyeshadows that she brought out. I love that shade, but I don't have anything to compare it to. So there's shades in this section that I really do like, but when it comes to this section, there's definitely some are okay, but there's definitely better ones in the older formula, in the older palette. So I don't know whether to just get rid of this. It is on the older side now, and I don't need both, do I? So I might just have to live with the fact that I don't like a lot of shades from here. It's not that I don't even like them, it's just that I prefer this one a little bit more. And I don't want to get rid of the new one. So I'm just swatching that one. It looks so much darker. Yeah, I don't think they're the same. Oh. They're similar. I wouldn't say they're the same. This one looks a tiny bit darker, but they are similar. Let's try the newer palette on the other side. So it would be this one, they named them, which I really like. They named all the shades, whereas in the older palette they didn't. So this one is called Avocado. It's exactly the same shade. It's a lot smoother, so that one looks like that. Can you see how that shade and that shade look nothing alike? And that's one of the best shades out of the palette. So I think if I get rid of it, I'll definitely be decluttering that palette. I'm just going to take the eyeshadows off. I would say that one there from the Desert Oasis is more similar to this shade here. You can just see how pigmented that one is. I'm not saying it's a bad shade, I'm just saying it's not as good as the one from the original palette. The formula got completely changed. I don't think they actually made a point of telling anyone that. You wouldn't know it unless you actually had both palettes. I'm going to show you them against one another. So again, I'll swatch this shade here. So looks like that. It's really, really beautiful. I love it. I got that palette for that shade. And then we're going to be swatching Avocado. You can't even see the blue-brown shift in Avocado, and it's meant to be exactly the same shift. Sorry, exactly the same shade, not shift. But yeah, you can't actually see anything. Even if I sheer it out, you can't. You can see it a little bit better, but not much. This one is definitely the best eyeshadow palette. This one is definitely the best eyeshadow out of the lot of them. And then there's other shades as well, which don't do other shades from this original side aren't the same as what the original palette is. I've got a video on the channel there showing all the swatches that I did and talking you through it, so I'll try and put that in the cards at the end. But yeah guys, this concludes the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to come closer so you can look at the look overall. I don't think the lipstick looks too bad. I'm getting used to it now, but when I first got it and I haven't worn it a great deal, I didn't like it. I didn't like the fact that it was so pale on me, and I'm such a pale girl anyway. I'm so pasty, and it just makes me look washed out, or in my opinion it makes me look washed out. Let me know your thoughts down below. I would love to know them. I've said it in other videos, I prefer actual deeper nudes. I actually put a nude lipstick on this that made it a little bit deeper, which was the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, and that made it look nicer. So what I might do is I might keep it in the collection, and just when I want to use it, or when Pretty Random pulls it out, just put a deeper, darker lipstick over the top. And I know, like, what's the point, but I mean, at the end of the day, that's the only way I'm probably gonna use it. I don't have any peach undertone nude lipsticks in my collection, and I didn't think this was as pale as it is when I got it. What I need to do with the lipstick is just see if Corset is a similar shade. Okay, so I promise this wasn't meant to be a comparison video. So this one's Corset, NYX Lingerie Corset, and then that one is Child's Toy. I don't think they're similar. Let's just do tiny swatch on the hand. No, that's got more brown in it. And even I don't like this one because it's pale, and this one's got more of a peach undertone. Yeah, they're not similar. I just wanted to check. So that one's got more brown in it, and then that one's got more of a peach undertone. So they're not dupe soy, they're not similar, so that's good to know. I'm going to try and also use this a little bit more, just to kind of see if I do like it or not. I don't want to declutter it. It is a new one to the collection. I got this one, and I also got Scandalous, which is like a more grey toned lipstick, which is real pretty. But yeah, we're just going to play with these lipsticks when I want to wear a different shade to what Pretty Random's pulled out. Pretty Random pulled out 5 lipsticks for the week, and obviously I like to wear a different shade every day of the week, so it leaves me 2 days to play with whatever shade I want. At the moment I'm having to play with like liquid lipsticks, even though I'm using the bullet ones that Pretty Random have pulled out, just because most nights I have to go to Tesco and get a little bit of shopping in for my mum, and for that I need to wear a mask, and then the only lipsticks that I can wear really, I either don't wear any lipsticks at all, or I put a liquid lipstick on that I know is going to stay. And these If you like the Too Faced Melted Matte formula, I feel like you'll like the NYX Lingerie formula because they're very, very similar. They stay on your lips through eating and drinking. It takes a lot to budge these lipsticks, that's why I've got so many in my collection. I've not got a huge amount of those lipsticks, but I do have quite a lot, and the same with these ones as well. If I could only have 2 different lipstick brands in my collection, it would definitely be these 2, and obviously the NYX Lingerie ones are so much cheaper. I think they're £8, and then these ones I think they're about between £20 and £23. So I've got about 5 of these, 5 or 6, and I've probably got a few more in the collection of these ones. Absolutely love NYX lipsticks. Anyway, we're gonna go now, or I'm gonna go now, shall I say. Thank you so much for watching. If you've not already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Click the notifications bell. Please like, share and comment, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.